The occult. To occult something means to hide it. The occult simply means hidden. That's all it means. There's nothing to fear. Now, the odd character everyone calls Jesus was an occultist. He practiced occultism because he would say things like, "To you, my brothers and sisters, it is given, but it is not given to them." That is occultism. He would do things like parables. He always spoke in parables. So those with eyes to see and ears to hear, they would see and hear. But those that couldn't see or couldn't hear. So Jesus was an occultist. You see? So this, like, oh, it's the occult, and you don't be like that. That's the wrong perspective. That's not critical. You've got to be a critical thinker. So if you think they're hiding something from you, then perhaps you should investigate it to find out what's being hidden. Now, I'll keep saying this. You've got to go within, and then it will be revealed to you, the individual. The pentagram is symbolic of the five senses, and as well as other things, but it's the same kind of thing without going into boring detail about it. When you see the eye of Ra in meditation, Ra meaning light, the pupil is like a five-pointed star. It could be described as a five-pointed star. And you can go through that to go and look on the other side. Now, but that's inside you, so it's you turning your five senses inwards for a better view. But if your operating system is in a position of fear, it won't work. It won't work. It won't be given to you. So this is why that character Jesus said, "Be like a child." Remember when, as a child, you were always looking for things and curiosity, and if your parents hid something from you, you would search for it. Even like if it was your favourite toy because you'd been naughty, you would search for it because you didn't care. There wasn't any fear of consequence. And it's this childish fear that people need to overcome, because these things are inside them. It is a part of you. It is you. Now, so if you was to look at what the character Jesus was saying when he says things like, "It's not given to them." So everybody has higher consciousness. That is what Jesus is. So if everybody has higher consciousness, but Jesus won't give it to them, why is that? So these are decisions that are being made by the unified field. It's not letting certain people in. So I would ask the question, why not? Is it a question of good or bad? Is it a question of darkness and light? Is it a question of ignorance, laziness, willful ignorance, mental sluggardness? Sluggardishness. I can't say that. Just being a mental retard. And I shouldn't say that, actually. The handicapped people and people in those positions will be fine. But the ones that are they have a functioning brain but refuse to use it, instead of instead of questioning authority, they just mindlessly go along with it. That would be the benchmark there. If an individual is bowing down to something that can be disproven with some basic critical thinking, then they exclude themselves. So they occult themselves. It's hidden from them because of their willful ignorance. So don't get caught up on the tsunami of, it's occult symbolism. Symbolism is just a language, like English is a language. You can use beautiful words, to describe something like a rose, or you could use filthy words. It doesn't make one word evil. It's just symbolism's a language. It could be used for good and evil. These people that think they've, cracked the code, or whatever you want to call it, have they made a decision to use it for good or evil? And this is where you need to practice discernment. And this is where you set apart the mind. You don't think, you just watch. And you look at their fruits. Are they telling you the truth? Are they revealing something to you? Can you see and hear what they're trying to tell you? Beyond the face value of what's being presented to you. And to practice discernment, you mustn't judge. You've just got to watch. And then you'll see. And then you'll know. That's discernment.